This is a video from Dantavius. I like Dantavius. We're friends. He's a handsome fella. Anyway, it's a Dantavius video called The Conspiracy That Destroyed the Most Hated Website. This is Hulk Hogan, best known for saying the N-word on the phone one time. I don't know if you guys remember that. Better known a little bit for a signature move that's just a leg drop. Come on, bro. Get a little bit more inventive. Also, he was kind of an asshole from what I heard in the WWE. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, he's a bad guy. I think he, like, slept around with some of, like, their wives and stuff. Not a good guy. But you also got to blame the wives, too. Come on. Let's get this going.
You might be thinking to yourself right now, hey.
Yeah, I'm thinking, why is this so low? Is it me?
Didn't you already upload this video? Well, yes, I did. But the schmucks over at the WWE decided to copyright claim it, so it got blocked internationally. And as most
I saw that. I was going to watch this video a while ago, and then I never got to it. And then I looked, and it was gone. And I'm like, oh, what happened? That makes sense.
Most of you know, I'm already fighting a lengthy legal battle with my ex-wife, and I can't afford to get into another one, so I decided just to cut the clip out and re-upload the video.
That makes sense, brother.
Enjoy. And to that fucking stunad over at
that makes sense, brother. Yeah, you get it? Like Hulk Hogan.
The WWE who claimed my video, go suck your mother. And I hope you get coal for Christmas, you rat bastard. Trashy. Sleazy.
Somebody really quick said I should do the reaction to the second part of that Nick Crowley iceberg. It's going to be posted at 8 p.m. on this channel.
Pinky. These are just a few words that described Gawker.com. Gawker was an infamous gossip website that was popular back in the 20s.
My wife's a real gawker, if you know what I'm saying. It's true. She's got a good Gluck. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Some people called it the cancer of the internet, and it didn't get that reputation for no reason. Stealing content, making up rumors, publishing private information, these were just a few of the things that made Gawker so hated. Gawker's writing team was notorious for basically ruining people's lives for views. But despite this, they were also one of the most popular media websites.
Sounds like your typical drama channel on YouTube.
On the internet. But one day, they fucked with the wrong guy and lost everything. A $250 million media empire. Gone. Just like that. But let's start from the beginning. Well, after a word from our sponsor, of course.
I accidentally licked my microphone. I said, woo.
Oh! Hey, I didn't see you there.
What is this?
Listening to my favorite song on these here Raycon Everyday Wireless Earbuds. Here, take a listen. Guys, the holidays are coming up, so don't be that schmuck that gets somebody an Arby's gift card or something like that. Get them something they're actually going to use, all right? Like some beautiful Raycons. Personally, I'm getting a pair for my mom and a pair for your mom as well. I've been using these
they're actually really cheap. They're only $64 right now. Is this because of Black Friday? That's not bad. I'd get them for my wife, but my wife refuses to use earbuds like that. She'll only use the one. She has an iPhone and she uses that dumb converter, and that's the only way she'll use earbuds because she's a fucking weirdo. Gawker, I hardly knew her. That's good. That's funny. I made up that joke. It wasn't someone in the chat named Kristen. That's funny. Very good.
Boys for the last week or so, and they sound delicious.
All right.
They're comfortable, and they have
all right, guys, go give Dantavius go buy this. Go buy Raycons. There's black representation in the commercial, so now you have to buy the Raycons, guys.
To the link in the description of this video, or go to buyraycon.com/Dantavius and use the code EARLYBF to get 20% off site-wide.
Boyfriend.
Or you can save even more money by getting one of their holiday bundles for 30% off. I would personally go with the everyday bundle because, you know, I'm an everyday type of guy. Now, they're going to be doing different...
What happened, dude? I thought
different deals throughout the holiday season, so I'll keep the description box up.
He did. Dantavius did a shit job at fucking... he chaptered it a little wrong. I was like, okay, Raycons, go buy them, and then I clicked the rise part, and he's still going like a couple seconds into it. So
updated with the latest offers. So guys, go buy some.
All right, go buy Raycons.
Starting Gawker, Denton Creative. So I'll keep the description bundle because, you know, updated. And thank you to an Oxford educated video. Gawker.com was launched in February of 2003 by Nicholas Denton, an Oxford educated journalist. Before starting Gawker, Denton created a network.
I like the hat, by the way. I
website.
like the vibe that he's got going on.
For entrepreneurs who wanted to get funding for their startups. But helping people realize their life's dreams just wasn't very fulfilling for Nick, so he decided to focus on his real passion, trashy celebrity gossip.
True. Who doesn't like a good shitstorm, bro? I know I do.
So
look at how thick my neck is. I'm a goblin. Sexy goblin.
He sold First Tuesday, his company, for a modest
Because I shaved my beard.
$33 million and used the money to create Gawker. And right away, Nick realized that to be successful in the age of the internet, you had to set yourself apart. Most other online publications had these things called ethics and standards, but Nick threw both of those things out the window immediately. From the beginning,
My head's too fat to put this.
Gawker prided themselves on publishing the stories that no other news site would. Stories like, the people have spoken and they think James Franco is a rapist. John Travolta's rumored gay lover discovered his dead son, and Peaches Geldof's heroin-fueled one-night stand at the Scientology Center.
What the fuck?
With pictures.
Nice.
You get the idea. It didn't matter if these stories ruined
Sounds like the Fappening 2.0.
people's lives. It didn't matter if they weren't factually accurate. All that mattered were those sweet, sweet clicks.
True.
So Den did
I agree.
everything possible to maximize views. The first thing he did was move away from the traditional payment model of paying writers per story to instead pay them based on how many views they got. He even kind of made a game.
Interesting. Because my first thought is like, that doesn't matter, right? That makes perfect sense to me. Getting paid per story. Like I get, or getting paid for you, right? Because I get paid, you get paid basically the same way on YouTube. But then it comes into the concept of like, okay, if you're getting paid per view, your incentive is to make as many views as possible, which is true. You want to get a lot of views, but then like it encourages you to sensationalize content, right? And people do that all the time on the internet. They sensationalize content for more views. Huh. It's like a whole ethical conversation about, stuff. But ultimately, it does make sense per view to me. I get it. It's just that there's just that aspect that can be a little bad if you pay per other thing. You know what I mean? But the pay per view could have the negative impact of people sensationalizing stuff. But then, like, how else would you really do it? Like, what is the most entertaining content? We just have to try to get to a point where society doesn't want sensationalized bullshit fed to them. That's the people I'm trying to build up. That's what I want to build.
Game out of it and set up a leaderboard at Gawker headquarters that listed every writer and how many page views they had.
It's called the Big Board, and it displays the second-by-second traffic on all of Gawker's sites.
That's so toxic, bro. That's like always looking at your YouTube analytics. That shit'll fuck you up, bro.
Popularity contest, and the bloggers know what drives traffic.
This practice basically
apparently gay men, according to this.
Popularity contest, and
is your Halloween costume racist? No.
The bloggers know.
Girl, the secret's gay men don't want straight people to know.
What drives
Why do gay guys know something gay women don't? I don't get it.
Traffic.
This practice basically
I know that they know that God would create the middle G-spot in the butt if they didn't want something to be put in there. That's the secret.
Incentivized his workers to be complete sociopaths. Whoever could write the wildest shit and get the most views would see their name at the top of that screen. And not only did they get to gloat to the rest of the office, but they were also getting paid some fat stacks.
Nice.
So the writers wasted no time in writing the most slanderous and scandalous articles imaginable, all in the name of clicks. From releasing confidential emails to leaking movie scripts to publishing the names of all the gun owners in New York City, nothing was off limits to Gawker.
What the fuck?
Almost nothing. On July 16th, 2015, Gawker published a story about an executive at Condé Nast, a media company that owns Vogue, GQ, and The New Yorker. Okay. The article accused Condé Nast CFO, who was married to a woman and had children, of paying $2,500 to a male escort to clap his cheeks.
Damn. All right. Good for you, brother. You know what I mean?
Surprisingly, Nick Denton had the article taken down within 24 hours. This was too far, even for him. In his mind, outing a public figure was one thing, but this guy was just some schmuck. So it crossed the line. And the fact that it was a competing media company didn't look too good either. So they took the article down. For the first time in its history, Gawker took an article down. But it wasn't the first.
What was the criticism? Did the guy actually get his cheek slapped? Can we see it? Like, I'm just curious.
First time or the last time that they would out somebody who was in a closet. No. They actually had a long history of outing gay people going all the way back to 2007 when they famously outed tech billionaire Peter Thiel. And let me tell you, Peter was not happy about it, okay? He took that shit personal. And that was only...
I mean, I can see why. That's a hard thing to come out to. Like, it can hurt you a little bit depending on where you're at. If you're a really popular or a really famous billionaire guy and, you're making big deals and stuff, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are regressive pieces of shit and they might just be like, oh, you're gay and I don't know if I want to do business with you. Shit's real, bro. But okay.
Only 2 people out of dozens. Nick kind of made it his life's mission to expose his shit personal. And that was only 2 people out of dozens. Nick kind of made it his life's mission to expose as many secret gays as possible. He justified it by saying, maybe because I was gay, I grew up hating open secrets. Usually if someone's gay, it's pretty open... Is
that how he says it? Is that how he talks? What the fuck?
Terrible British accent. I don't know.
By the way, Dantavius, why aren't you answering me back about playing World of Warcraft together, you fucking dick?
I don't even know why I attempted that. Maybe because I was gay, I grew up hating open secrets. Usually if someone's gay, it's a pretty open secret. Their friends know, their family knows, but out of some misplaced sense of decency, nobody talks about it.
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure that's true. I know some gay people who just won't come out because they don't want to deal with it, you know?
Generally, my view is that let's just have it out. The truth will set you free. That's what I believe. So he took it upon
Try that in fucking Arkansas, bro. It'll set you free from your fucking mortal body. Some of these fucking people are crazy.
himself to make this decision for others. But this wasn't really surprising because Gawker didn't think that public individuals had any right to privacy at all. And they made this clear.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked, man, because people do. It's crazy how much people will speculate on like the weirdest shit, like personal stuff. It's like, bro, like learn some boundaries. It's crazy. Just because somebody's popular doesn't mean that every part of their life is open to fucking public arena.
When they launched the Gawker Stalker Map, which, according to Gawker themselves, was a way to visually pinpoint the location of every stalk-worthy celebrity as soon as they're spotted. Here's how it worked. Anybody that saw a celebrity randomly around town would email tips@gawker.com and report their location, after which every lunatic in the area could see where that person was.
Tell everyone what you do. What
Was that Hasbulla?
After
Hasbulla?
which every lunatic in the area could see where that person was.
Oh shit, I'm on my way. He's right here, dude. I'm on my way.
Tell everyone what you do. What goes on your website?
The Gawker Stalker Map tells you where celebrities have been sighted in New York City at any given time.
People are out and they have their cell phones. They can send a little message to you and say, I just saw Gwyneth Paltrow at the movies, and that way when Gwyneth Paltrow comes out of the movies, there can be at least a dozen psychopaths waiting for her. My problem is you post things that simply aren't true on the site, and you do no checking on your stories whatsoever. There was a story about me that popped up on my Google search. It said, when isn't Jimmy Kimmel visibly intoxicated? And there's a story about, I know maybe...
Well, in their defense, Jimmy Kimmel he's always squinting. He always looks visibly intoxicated, bro. Come on, I'm just kidding.
funny to you, but I didn't find it that amusing.
So as you can see,
I get that. That's fucking that's an asshole. Oh damn, you fucking girled him, bro. The good days of Jimmy Kimmel, back when he used to do blackface every day. Who did he used to pretend to be? A basketball player? I don't remember. Fun times. The Man Show. Ooh, pee hard. You know what I'm saying?
Gawker was definitely not afraid to do things that other publications would consider highly unethical. Taking anonymous tips, revealing sources, violating privacy, even straight up posting stolen content.
It's funny taking anonymous tips, but then revealing sources and they go against each other. No, but anonymous, like usually they won't give you their tip. What a lot of these people will do is they'll get it they'll get a reputable source and they won't give out the source. But it's like, we got it from a reputable source, and then since that's like a publication that is considered credible, they don't need to give you the source. They just need to know that that source is credible, right? So outing the sources is probably not a very good idea. But taking an anonymous tip, which sounds like from nobody, that's not a credible source, you know? It sounds like they'll basically do whatever the fuck they can to get anything to work, you know? That's like somebody who gets like some random bullshit tip from somebody, and they're like, well, somebody said it. I'm just reporting on what the person said. It's like, okay, bro. You know, try doing a little bit of research and like fact checking your shit, and it's embarrassing for you.
They also borrow without remorse. Most posts are cannibalized items taken from other sources, repackaged, topped off with catchy headlines.
Hey, sounds like rise and fall videos. Thank you.
At the end of the day, none of that stuff mattered as long as the views kept coming in.
Bro.
Let me tell you, the views were coming. Because despite
right
their
now.
lack of morals and ethics, people were eating this shit up, okay? Gawker was one of the most popular media outlets on the internet. At one point,
isn't that so fucked, though? Isn't that so fucked? Because, like, we sit here and we blame Gawker for not being credible, which is true. They deserve, obviously, getting blamed for that. But then we, like, when do we start blaming the people for consuming it? It's like the media. We're like, oh, the media is so dishonest. Blah, blah, blah. They're so shit. Oh, true. But these motherfuckers, who's consuming it? People who love this dishonest, sensationalized fucking insanity. Also, dumb people consume it. They think it's real. But how much is the audience to blame for wanting a fucking bloodbath? You know, it's like criticizing the Romans, the Roman Empire, for doing like gladiator things where they would kill slaves. But people loved it. When do we blame those people? You know, it's crazy. There's got to be a balance.
In almost 500 million views a month, and Nick Denton was building up his media empire. Aside from Gawker.com, Gawker Media, the parent company, also owned Gizmodo, Jezebel, Deadspin, Kotaku, and of course, Fleshbot.
Whoa, why did you censor that one?
Fleshbot. But no empire can last forever. Nick Denton made a lot of enemies over the years, but none could stand up to Gawker. Until one brave man finally stood up and said, "That's enough, brother." Even for a minute, watch.
This is where
Man finally stood up and said, "That's enough, brother."
This is where I cut the clip out. So sorry if it looks weird. Oh, What did he cut out?
Even-
Was it just him saying brother?
Even for a minute, watching Hulk Hogan have sex in a canopy bed is not safe for work, but watch it anyway. This article describes in extremely graphic detail how Hulk Hogan practiced some wrestling moves on a woman.
Okay.
Naked. And there was actually a short clip of the video posted along with the article. Obviously, I can't show it to you guys, but I can play a small snippet of the audio.
I do not want to watch any of that.
The Hulkster just took 5 Viagras, and he's ready to pound that cervix. Hulkamania's running wild in this coochie, brother.
Man, that was some weird pillow talk. Anyways, it turned out that the woman in the tape with Hogan was Heather Clem, the white...
You know, it's interesting though. When I was younger, I was gonna get Viagra, and my buddy was like, "Listen, if you do get it, only take a fourth of a pill." And I was like, "Why? You know, you got these old motherfuckers taking a whole pill." He's like, "Because you're not an old motherfucker, and it's gonna cause you a problem. So don't ever do it. Don't ever buy Viagra if it's not prescribed by a doctor. But if you ever somehow did, only take a quarter of the pill, guys. You don't need to go full fucking. You don't have to go full mast for that full mast. If you know what I'm saying, dude."
Wife of Todd Clem, aka Bubba the Love Sponge, a controversial radio host who also happened to be Hulk's best friend. Now, apparently Bubba had this thing where he'd like to watch other dudes bang his wife, but I mean, what else did you expect from a dude named Love Sponge? Actually, I'd be surprised if the dude named Love Sponge didn't let other dudes bang his wife while he watched.
True.
I should mention that when this video was filmed, Hulk was going through a really rough time. He had just went through a brutal and very public divorce, and his daughter was putting out some of the most dog shit music ever made.
I think he also said the N-word, bro. He got leaked. Oh, that shit was fucking crazy.
Hulk the lowest point of his life. He was severely depressed and even considered taking his own life at one point. So his good friend Bubba suggested maybe banging his wife would make him feel better. And Hulk decided to give it a try. After all, some free punani couldn't hurt.
True.
But never in a million years did he expect that his fornication would be broadcasted to the entire world.
Well, how did it get recorded in the first place, though? That's my question.
His best friend, the man that he trusted more than anyone in the world, filmed him having coitus without his knowledge.
Damn.
And now everybody knew about it.
So he filmed it for his own stash. Okay, but why did he release it, though? You shouldn't be doing it either, but you know what I'm saying?
There are conflicting stories as to how this tape was created. Heather Clem, Bubba's ex-wife, claims that he set up a hidden camera for the express purpose of filming the coitus between the two. But according to Bubba himself, it was footage from his home security camera, which happened to conveniently be pointing directly at the bed. Either
that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that one is what I'd go with.
way, there was a tape, and Bubba kept this tape in his desk at his office for some reason, where it was stolen by one of his employees and then leaked to Gawker.
Why did he leave? Why would there's no way that's true. I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, what a weird story. I feel like that's a lie. Oh, it was just my security camera. Okay, first of all, what is this, paranormal fucking activity? Second of all, you left it in your drawer at work and then it got leaked. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I feel like that's not true. I feel like this motherfucker leaked it.
Did let him f my wife, and my home surveillance system captivated it, as it captivates everything. Heather and I were going through a very nasty divorce, and I didn't want that, that DVD at my house at that time, so I took it and put it in my office, and an employee stole it, and the rest is history. That employee...
Okay. Why wouldn't you lock it away? I feel like this guy's lying.
Disseminated it. The employee used it to try to extort Hogan for $1 million.
And to make matters even worse, on top of having a private and intimate moment between him and another man's wife exposed to the masses, Hulk was also recorded saying some really racist stuff in the same tape.
True.
Racist to a point.
These comments...
Holy fuck. I thought that was a fake one like the other one was. Yeah, I think that's what he said, dude. I'm racist to a point. But hey, listen. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, dude? It's true. Kind of true, bro. When I see a group of Italian guys walking around wearing like fucking those A shirts, wife beaters, going around, and they don't. Let me tell you something about Italian people, okay? When I'm in large groups, and every group I'm in is large because I'm very large, so every group is a large group. Like I'm fat, but they don't walk like one. They don't walk like behind each other, or even in rows of two. They walk sideways, bro. You got these Italians walking here. It's like, hey, there's Vinny, there's Paulie, there's Joey, hey, there's Tony, then there's Anthony. I know that's the same name. And they walk like this. Hey, Frankie, hey, Nicky. They walk like this. Not in a line, not in a horizontal line pushing, in a semicircle, right? It's a bizarre thing that they do, okay? And it's just like, why the fuck do you need to walk like that, bro? Why you gotta walk like that? And, I'm trying to get through. It's like, holy shit, dude. It's crazy. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I don't actually hate Italians. I just don't like the pasta because I'm diabetic. I can't have too many carbs.
led to him being fired from the WWE and being removed from the Hall of Fame.
Damn.
So Hulk did the only thing you could do in that situation.
Yeah, he removed it from the Hall of Fame. Did you guys remember that clip where like Vince is talking to John Cena and he's like, "Keep it up, my N-word," and then Booker T's like, "Tell me you didn't just say that." And he just spin a Rooney. I love Booker T.
And he sued Gawker. But this wasn't Gawker's first rodeo. They had been sued multiple times in the past. And in fact, they were in a similar situation just a few years before this, where Limp Bizkit's singer Fred Durst filed an $80 million lawsuit against Gawker for talking about his sex tape. But Fred ended up apologizing to Nick Denton and even sending flowers to his house.
Why?
So our boy Nicholas thought he was
What, he give him money? The hell?
invincible. He thought there was no way this geriatric, muscle-bound, handlebar mustache-having, bald mother suck. They lost the lawsuit. And not only did they lose, but a judge ordered Denton to pay Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, $141 million. Nick was
Well, that's at 115, but
to pay Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan,
what a dumb name. That's why he probably named himself a Hulk.
$141 million. Nick was forced to sell his company
Wait, what did he just
Hulk Hogan
estimate? Oh, estimated 115 to 141. Okay, I got you. That's what it says about him left.
$141 million.
Put that in the middle of the screen. But, no.
Nick was forced to sell his company and file for bankruptcy.
Damn.
The age of Gawker was over. Their empire of filth came to sell his company and
he
file
get
for bankruptcy. The age
Gawker and Hulk reached a $31 million settlement. Okay.
of Gawker was over. Their empire of filth came crumbling down.
I guess he settled because if the guy didn't have the money to pay him, then Hulk would have gotten nothing. So he's like, I'll settle for 31. Yeah.
At the hands of a man who wore a
Who did he sell it to though? Because I feel like at that point, like your company is pretty fucked.
bandana in the courtroom, no less. But this whole trial raised a lot of questions. Hogan had just gone through a divorce that cost him 70% of his assets, and it's not like he was making money from the WWE
Why that much?
anymore. The man was on the brink of bankruptcy, so how was he able to fund this incredibly expensive defense? Well, it turns out he couldn't. There was somebody else behind the scenes paying his legal fees the whole time.
Really? Who?
Remember Peter Thiel, the billionaire who Gawker outed in 2007? Well, I wasn't exaggerating when I said he took that shit personal. He spent half a decade plotting and scheming to take Gawker down. The lawyers that represented Hulk Hogan had been hired by Peter Thiel years before the sex tape article was even written. They were just waiting in the shadows for the perfect opportunity to strike.
Bro, what a fucking baller ass move. This motherfucker was so pissed that he did that. God, dude, good for him. God bless him. That's some revenge. That's some tasty revenge right there.
And Peter saw the Hulk Hogan
Holy
lawsuit as
shit.
the perfect chance to finally take down his enemy.
He probably saw Hulk fucking that girl and went like, I wish it was me. Hey, good for him.
And the way they did it was
Because he's gay. Remember, he got outed for being gay.
actually kind of brilliant. So Gawker
And if you're a gay guy, that means that you want every guy to fuck you. Because I'm bigoted against gay people. At least that's what I think. Every gay guy wants to fuck me. But it's kind of true because gay dudes love bears, bro. It's true. They think that they're sexy as hell. So I'm kind of right. Old women also like to want to fuck me. All old women and gay guys want to fuck me. Okay, it's true.
was originally sued for invasion of privacy and emotional distress, but at the last minute, Hogan's lawyers dropped the emotional distress charge, which made no fucking sense
Why?
to anybody at that time because he wouldn't be making as much money. But it turns out that this charge was dropped so that Gawker couldn't use their insurance to cover any of the damages. So when Gawker lost, they were 100% financially liable.
Wait, they had insurance if there was an emotional aspect? That's weird.
Because at the end of the day, Peter didn't just want to win this lawsuit. He wanted to destroy Gawker forever. Peter Thiel was out here playing chess while these other schmucks were playing fucking tic-tac-toe, and his moves paid off.
Damn.
He finally got to see his arch nemesis suffer. Thiel hated Gawker. He hated how they violated people's privacy. Because if there's one thing that Peter Thiel values, it's privacy. In fact, he loves privacy so much he owns a data mining company funded by the CIA.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He loves it so much.
Hey, listen, if the CIA is funding it, hey, then it's all good to me, dude. All right? I got nothing to hide. What are they going to look at? Oh, no, they saw your scat porn. All right. Listen. It's not mine. A kid hacked my phone. Just don't tell anybody.
That he sat on the board of Facebook for over a decade, a company which is renowned for how well they handle privacy. The only other thing Peter loves more than privacy is free speech. Now, don't get me wrong, Peter was right to be upset at Gawker. Not only did they out his homosexuality, but they also wrote a bunch of other negative articles about him. He saw Gawker as this playground bully who needed to be brought down a peg or two.
Needed to be spanked.
Honestly, if I was him, I'd probably be pissed too. But at the same time, I don't know if it's good to set a precedent where a billionaire can just come in and shut down a company who says things that he doesn't agree with. Especially when it's Peter Thiel, who just comes off as a massive hypocrite. The dude rails against cancel culture, but he canceled Gawker, didn't he? And honestly, I see a lot of cognitive dissonance about this topic because the same people who cheered for Gawker's downfall are the same ones who criticize social media companies for banning people. Don't get me wrong, okay? Gawker is a filthy, degenerate website made for the lowest
Why would there be cognitive dissonance in that? I don't know.
tier of human. But freedom of speech can be an ugly thing.
What's
If you-
scat? It's like a jazz. It's like skibidi-bop-boop-bow, skabadoo-dow, bow. Like that's what that is. So, if you're interested, look that up. Say it. Look it up. The best, and by the way, the best jazz singers happen to be lesbians. So look up lesbian scat, and you'll hear some. You'll hear some real good music. It's good jazz, bro. It's fucking smooth jazz. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's rough. Yeah, really, look it up. Don't look it up, please. For the love of God, don't fucking look it up. I'm just kidding. Don't look that up, please. Please don't look that up. Don't look it up.
You defend it when it benefits you. You also have to defend it when it hurts you. At least that's my 2 cents. But what do I know?
All right. Good old video from Dantavius. All right, cool.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.